Hey. So, hey everybody, welcome back to another 100K coaching program student interview, and also one of my first hypnotherapy students, certified hypnotherapy students. We've got the awesome Harry Von Cole here, who is an absolute anxiety expert in the industry, absolutely crushing it in the business world as well, with running his own practice and seeing anxiety clients all over the world. But something very, very cool. Harry started with me even before certified. Like, he was one of my first certified students back in 2017. So it's taken us, 4 years to catch up to do an interview. So this is really cool. As he said, he's in a really good place now to talk about his journey. He's had massive success. So guys, this is a real treat to get Harry on the call today. We're going to firstly jump into Harry, what Harry was actually doing before he became a hypnotherapist, why he got into it, and all the stuff along the way, man. So, dude, I've been looking forward to this. Thank you so much.
Yes, I know. Very exciting. Yeah, I'm glad to be in a, like you said, a place where I'm comfortable to talk about it now, which is just fantastic. So, and, I really wanted to do this because the first time that we met in that first hypnosis certification, you showed me something that was possible, and I saw it, and I was like, yes, I need to have this. I want this. And I persisted all the way through, and in the face of lots of doubts and all sorts of things, and here I am now. So I hope this can hopefully inspire some other people,
Yeah. What was cool as well, man, I remember first meeting you and I was like, wow, that's me. That's what I was like. I was young, had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but something caught me with therapy and trance, and I thought, fuck, I need to learn everything about this.
What is that? What is that thing? Yeah.
How old were you when you first came to that training?
So that was 4 years ago now. So I would have been 26. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Well,
let's go. Look, man, let's go all the way back then. What were you doing? Like, Harry attended one of those certification training, did all the certifications with me, but what were you doing before? Like, before I'd met you, before the certification, what were you doing? What was happening in life and all that?
So job-wise, I was a chef. I'd been doing that for, I think, the previous 10 years. Which was all awesome, but at that point of my life, it was, not rewarding. It wasn't something that was, giving me that drive or anything like that. Plus the hours were ridiculous. I was working like ridiculous amounts of hours, and just not loving it. So I was also quite not in the best place back then, not knowing what I really wanted to do with my life. Confused, stuck. I had a lot of anxiety back then, and
I remember,
just not in a great space mentally, and not knowing what to do with my life. So this all kind of was where I was at, and asking myself those questions. What is it that makes me happy? What do I want to do with my life? And that at the same time as dealing with all of the internal stuff, the anxiety and all these things, it all kind of happened at kind of, magical timing, where I can't remember how I came the ad for your training, but it kind of popped up, and I was like, this could be interesting, because I hadn't obviously done any hypnosis courses or anything like that before, but I was familiar with hypnosis. I had read about NLP.
Okay.
I had done some kind of self-development online audio courses. I'd done some Silver Method audio courses, so I was familiar with all that kind of stuff, but no formal training of anything, any kind back then. So that's kind of where I was at. And then I came along to that first training, which was an ordeal in itself.
It was. That was a big 4 days. So we had a whole bunch of people there, people from all ages, all different backgrounds and stuff like that. So when you went through the training, what were your
Yeah.
thoughts? Obviously, we do the normal upsell into being certified, and we had a big success group and stuff like that. What were your thoughts going through the training? Because like,
Yeah.
I think I had you on doing a couple of demos as well. I think at one point you're on stage doing demos. We did demos with everybody else. What were your thoughts going through that?
Well, I mean, it was all very new, right?
Mm.
And you were teaching us things. You were teaching us the frameworks and everything, and different ways of going into trance and all of this stuff, which was all amazing, right? And you know, a lot of people there also had, you know, the other students all had their own ideas of how hypnosis works and everything, and their own rules and all that. So there's all of that, but I don't know how to explain it, which is why it is what it is, right? Which is why this is hypnosis. But like, there was something that I felt you were implying about hypnosis the whole way through, that got me. Yeah. Okay. And I was like, I know he's saying something here. He's pointing to something that isn't necessarily in the words or in really what he's saying. It's almost as if there was an inside joke that I was starting to see. And that all kind of clicked and fit in with you know, my own kind of understandings of the mind and spirituality and all that kind of stuff as well. It all just kind of hit home.
Sure.
And I kind of had yeah. So what did you want to know, like, about the? Yeah,
just at it. Well, think of it like this: like, you know, you're sitting there, you're a chef learning hypnosis for the first time. At what point did you think, like, this is what I want to do? That's always really curious, because hypnosis is such a weird. It's such a weird career to have. Like, what was the light bulb moment for you when you thought this is what I want to do?
Yes, the light bulb moment was, this is a way that I can be me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is a way that I can just be me, without needing to know anything.
Yeah.
You know, and just I saw how, it's hard to explain, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw it. Like, I saw, this is what I need to do. Like, this is the way that I can be me. This is what I need to do for the rest of my life. And I just had this huge epiphany moment. And I knew that's what I had to do. And I think I think I might have had a tear at some point when I had that realization. Yeah. I remember, like, running up and giving Beata a hug, and it was just amazing. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that was 4 years ago, and I mean, you went from, I met you in Melbourne for the first time. I was from Brisbane at the time. You came to the Brisbane training. We had all the online training and stuff like that. Harry's also a part of our 100K coaching program as well. So he's obviously building the business as well. Let's sort of jump to that, because there's quite a lot of time in between that. Harry's now certified. He's working with people, getting paid, making money and stuff like that. What were you obviously still doing the chef work at that time? Did you start to wind down those hours?
I started to wind it down, went to casual.
Okay. What was that
like? Amazing, knowing that that I could have this other thing that I could do and build, and it was amazing feeling to be able to cut down on the other job. Fantastic. And I think I had I think one of the tasks that you set us on the last day of the first weekend was to do a Facebook post and you know, try and get clients. I think I had 4 clients set up by that, you know, by the 4th day of that course for that week. So I went straight into it. I didn't charge anything straight away. I just did free sessions, but that was really cool. I was always very, very keen to make this happen no matter what.
Man, you've worked your ass off for it. I mean, the amount of dialogue me and Harry have had back and forth with the training and how much he's done, you know, it's no surprise that it's actually started to work. But so winding down the hours as a chef, what was it like when you quit and thought, you know, I'm doing this full time now? I've still got the message you sent me, actually. What was that like for you?
You know, amazing. But then it's this like roller coaster. Yeah. The whole journey has been
Yeah.
this roller coaster where it's like, yes, this is all working. I'm successful. I've got, clients every month. Everything's amazing. I'm living my dream. All the things I wanted to do. And then, then I would start to get worried, like, oh shit, is this going to going? Am I just kidding myself?
Yeah.
Is this all going to stop? Which
Yeah.
which I'm sure happens with everyone. And then of course, I would get more clients, and then they would come in and I would have amazing sessions, and it would all just keep kind of proving to me over and over and over that it's all going amazing. As much as I kind of like fought it the whole way through, it's really funny how it works.
Isn't it weird? The more we try and fight it and the more we doubt it, the world keeps proving to us over and over, like, Harry, this is what you need to do.
Keeps like
client
hitting you over
after
the
client.
face with it.
Yeah. And you can have so much proof in front of you, but I can recall the messages, saying, is this really working? Is this the right thing? What am I going to do next? But again, I think that's just part of the entrepreneur journey as well. I mean, it's been 4 years now. It should be a lot of evidence that it's working for you. But let's sort of jump into what you're doing now. So obviously in the anxiety niche, how did you get to that niche? What drew you towards helping people with anxiety and symptoms and stuff like that?
Well, the first thing is it's personal. It's something that I went through, especially working with younger guys with social anxiety and confidence and issues and all that. So I think my first niche I picked was confidence. I'm pretty sure self-confidence, which was great. I worked with that for a few months, and I think almost a year. And then what happened was I also started to lose a heap of weight back then as well.
I remember. Yeah.
Lost a lot of weight because I was, doing some work with hypnosis on that with myself and with my buddy Janice, who I catch up with. And I decided, oh, this is cool, like maybe I can blend the two and try and do hypnosis and weight loss. And I tried that for a while. And I didn't have, that much fun with that. That was quite interesting, and just kind of was like, came back to realizing, like it's definitely the anxiety stuff. It's definitely the, the self-confidence, self-doubt kind of thing that hits home. So that's why I went back to it. Yeah.
And client-wise, like, who are you attracting the most? Is it sort of a mixed bag of people? Is it more women, more men, younger, older? What are you finding?
It's really a mixed bag. So I tend to work a lot with younger people who are kind of where I was, stuck in their life.
Wow.
Feeling disconnected from themselves. They've got, lots of people telling them to do this, do that, and they're feeling a bit stuck and not knowing how to trust themselves and believe in themselves and all that kind of thing. So that's quite rewarding. I also work a lot with people in the corporate world dealing with stress and all that kind of thing. But then, like, it is a real mixed bag, because then I also, and more as time goes on, I've been working with a lot more of the kind of intense kind of clients who, because I'm now kind of working with anxiety and depression. So I'm taking on a lot of people who have been suffering with, depression, anxiety, chronic kind
real
of
heavy stuff,
things, heavy stuff for years, if not all their lives. People who have had some horrible childhoods and have been carrying that stuff for into their 50s, 60s, and all of that. And these are the people who have been seeing psychologists, psychiatrists, for years and haven't been able to get anywhere with it. So I'm working with them and I'm helping them deal with these issues in a few hours. Like, it's freaking crazy. Yeah, honestly.
Out of curiosity, being that I was sort of doing therapy around your age as well, and a lot younger, do you find your age has ever been an issue? Have you had anyone question you about that?
Oh, in the past, yeah,
In
that
the
was always
past.
the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you feel like a kid, you know,
Yeah.
doing adult's work, but I was over that really quickly.
Yeah.
Um, uh, yeah, a lot of clients sometimes, you know, will make a joke or two, but
As long as they
I
get results, man, that's all that
yeah, as long
matters.
as they get results, yeah, and I think they're kind of inspired that you know that it is possible to deal with this stuff so early on as well, which
Yeah.
is why it's awesome working with younger clients as well,
Yeah.
helping them get all this stuff dealt with earlier on, so they're not,
Yeah.
you know, carrying it through their whole life.
Yeah. What's been the biggest surprise you've had working with actual real paying clients with all these heavy emotions and issues and problems? What's been the biggest surprise for you?
Mm, the biggest surprise. Every session is a surprise, honestly.
Hmm.
Every session is its own universe. Like
Yeah.
I can't take any like I can't take anything that I might have got from the last session into this one.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it
weird,
doesn't
isn't it?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insane. So every session is like stepping into a new reality, and they do it in their own way, you know. And I'm just floored when I see the person in front of me has let go of a lifetime's worth of struggle and pain and suffering, and they're reconnected with that, you know, inner self, that inner spark, you know,
Yeah.
which they
Yeah.
haven't felt for a long time. Like a lot of these people haven't smiled for 30 years, you know,
Wow.
and then I see them do that in front of me. Like it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what surprised me the most is every freaking session, seriously.
Yeah. I think that keeps it
Yeah,
exciting as well. Like,
yeah,
if you sort of go down the track of learning the old traditional therapy, you tell your client to close their eyes and relax, and you just repeat that over and over. That gets very mundane very quickly. But this sort of style, it's sort of like anything's possible. You're
yeah,
going to say anything, client's going to say anything. And you sort of get that real curiosity about us where we go like, I wonder what's going to happen in this session.
yeah,
How
exactly.
good can I make this? How awesome is the breakthrough going to be? And
Yep,
I think it keeps the spark alive in us where we don't get bored of it.
yep,
It's not like, oh, here's another client. I'm getting bored of this already. So, and I don't think that can ever get, I don't think that can ever get mundane because you never know what's going to happen.
exactly. Yeah.
So working in a business, like, what's that like? If you weren't doing this, do you reckon you'd still be a chef? Do you reckon you'd still be doing that?
If I wasn't doing this, I'll probably be still doing it. Yeah, I'd probably still be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But we're here now. So what's it like to run a business? Obviously, you're running a very successful business, got a ton of clients, testimonials galore. Like every time
Yeah.
I'm on either Facebook, Instagram, I get Harry's testimonial showing up, which is incredible. Pat on the back for you. What's it like to actually run the business day in and day out and see all these wonderful clients?
Yeah. Day in, day out. So obviously I did a heap of work with it in the beginning, in you know, in the first few years. Where I'm at the moment, it kind of runs itself. I don't have to do too much. I just kind of check in when I need to, which is amazing. Tweak,
Yeah.
you know, do some tweaks, you know. But it like really, I'm at the place right now where I am free. Yeah,
Isn't that nice?
yeah, it's amazing. So it kind of, yeah, like I said, it runs itself, and I have you know, I'm only working with, I only take on like a few people a month as well, which is amazing. So I've got lots of time to really have that, you know, balance and do the things that I want to do, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a joy. Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
amazing way to run a business. Yeah.
I think it's a testament as well. Like, and everyone's got to understand this because no people are going to watch this and go, oh, I don't have to do anything. Business will come to me.
Yeah, no.
Harry put in the work, like a ton of work. And as we always say,
Yeah,
like the work you do today won't show up until tomorrow. And that's sort of where you are now.
that's right.
All that momentum you build at the start is now showing up as clients now. But it's also a testament, man, to what you're doing with, like, if we take away the marketing, the flash, the time, the hype, all the social media marketing, if we take that all away, the only thing that's left is your product. And the only reason you're getting so many clients is because of the product, which is basically results. So if we concentrate on that, which is what you have, you can see how you can pretty much bypass all the other marketing hype and still run a very successful business and have that balance, which is pretty cool, man.
It all compounds over time. So yeah, it's amazing.
So are your clients local? Are you seeing sort of global clients? Where are your clients coming from?
So mostly local at the moment. I get a few interstate every now and then. I think I've had some international clients in the past. But yeah, mostly local at the moment.
Okay. So moving forward, what's the goal with the business?
Yeah, look, like I said, like I'm at a point where everything is amazing and it's all kind of flowing perfectly. Which to me is like, yeah, how can I now take this up another notch, you know? Right. So I saw that one of your other students is doing something that I've always wanted to do, which is amazing, working from Bali, which is just beautiful. So that's fantastic. Good on him. Yeah. That's really inspiring. So that's something that, you know, that I've always wanted to do, which would be fantastic. And yeah, I'm just loving it how it is, you know? Yeah. Nice. How do I just increase that? That's all I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. What about personal wise? What do you want to get personally from the business? What goals have you set?
So personally from the business, what do I want to get from it? The only way I can answer that is like, I'm already getting what I want from it. I'm getting everything I want from it. Like I'm already there, Scott.
Yeah. Do you think it would get this? I mean, like 4 years, that's so small. Like such a short amount of time in a life, a lifespan of a whole career. Did you think it would happen this quick?
No. Like I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know how long it was going to take. And obviously, like I said, I kind of didn't believe it the whole way through.
Yeah. So, but man, you've changed as a person. Like if everyone could see the Harry that I met when I first met him, this is not the person we're speaking to.
I wouldn't be on Zoom right now.
No, I know. Like when I first met Harry, he wouldn't even look at me. He was shy, which is understandable. He was still young. It was a massive testament to him to get on stage and do the demos and stuff like that. And now what I'm seeing is like a real business owner, like a real entrepreneur, like someone who actually cares about the product and the clients and being successful. So it's funny, like even without trying to do it, you change, you develop, we mature, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see like 4 years from now, 8 years from now, what you're actually doing. I think you'll be teaching. That's me. I think you'll start teaching it. That's what I foresee happening. And people have actually said that as well.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, that's actually something, I'm interested in for sure. Yeah.
A couple of the other Australian students have said, man, I speak to Harry and it's like I'm talking to you, Scott. Like he's just like identical to you. I reckon it'll happen, which would be quite cool.
Yeah, a lot of my clients, that's the thing, like the other thing with doing this style of hypnosis is they want to know how you did it. Like they want to know, this is amazing. The world needs to know about this and they want to learn it. So I've actually had lots of people already kind of, wanting to learn. So that's always something in the future. Yeah, that'd be something I'll be wanting to do.
Yeah, it'd actually be interesting, like for people watching this, like think, oh, it's conversation hypnosis. Is that language patterns? Is that technique? No. How would you explain it to people? How can you explain it? Being that you've been doing it for 4 years full-time with clients, how do you explain it to people?
Imagine being able to go into a session with literally anyone, no matter how resistant or conscious or intellectual or whatever you want to call it. Imagine just being able to go into a session with any person and not have any idea what's going to happen, what you're going to say, but know what to do at exactly every moment.
Nice. That's a good way to explain it. No pressure. No prep work, no scripts, no preparing things. It's
all on the fly.
That's it. Yeah.
And not even in a scary way. Not in a, I need to know what to say. I need to, it's a way of doing it that you just, know how to do. Yeah. It's hard to explain.
Right.
Eh?
Yeah. And I was talking to Harry about this before, like, every now and then you come to a point in our career where you do so many sessions, everything's doing awesome. And you feel like you're just getting it. And then all of a sudden you have one bad session, you think, oh my God, what just happened? Where did I screw up? So I think, and I was saying to Harry before, when you get to a point of realizing that this is something that probably would never be understood intellectually, but you'll know instinctively what to do every single time, you've got to sort of be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It all comes from the client.
And it doesn't matter what the problem is either. That's the other thing.
Yeah, we're not restricted.
Come to you with anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, man, I guess for anyone watching this, what it like, especially for like young entrepreneurs and people just starting out in business, what advice would you have for them?
Persistence.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that's it. Yeah, keep going, persist. Have take that leap of faith in yourself. Cut the bullshit, cut the excuses, and just do it. You know, just keep going. That's what it is. Seriously. Yeah.
That's very cool. So for anyone watching this as well, man, that'd be interested in, you know, because obviously we get a lot of people, we actually do get a lot of people contacting us saying, hey, can you recommend a therapist for this, this, and this? If they're interested to talk to you about talking about their anxiety and depression and getting some more information, I'll leave your links below, of course, but where is the best place for people to find you?
So either they can search my name, Harry Van Cole, on Facebook, and they can contact me through there, or they can go over to my website, harryvancole.com.au.
Yeah. And I couldn't recommend anybody else, man, as high as I recommend Harry, not just because I know who he is, but based on the testimonials and the results that I'm seeing, they're sort of endless when it comes to his clients. So if you are suffering from any sort of anxiety, some depression, you just need someone to talk to, or realize that there is a solution, I recommend do talk to Harry. I'll leave his links below, guys, in the videos. Talk to him on Facebook, book a call with him and see if he can actually help you. But man, thank you so much. That's been 4 years in the making. I've been trying to chase Harry to do this interview, and I know he's super busy. But man, I really appreciate it. Hopefully this is going to inspire a lot of people, especially starting out in the industry. Whether you're starting as a therapist or a coach for the first time, so was this guy. He came to a certification not even really understanding what it is, and 4 years later, now running a highly successful business and being consistent. So man, I appreciate that so much, man. That's an inspiration. That's very, very cool. I really appreciate it.
Scott, honestly, I appreciate everything that you've helped me with and that you've done as well. So honestly, yeah, like if anyone that's watching this, if you want it, go for it. Honestly, you got to go for it. And also getting to be part of the community, as well, that's there is fantastic. You'd be absolutely crazy not to, seriously.
I agree. All right, man. Thank you so much. Stay in contact. We'll see you in the group, man. Best of luck with everything. But if you need anything, like always, reach out. But Harry, thanks so much, man.
Awesome, Scott. Thank you.
Thanks, Harry. Cheers, buddy.